everyone, welcome back or welcome in if you are new to my channel. I would love to have you subscribe. Today's video is a tutorial on how to get a wearable, colorful eyeshadow look. So if you are interested in kind of delving into the world of colorful makeup, but you don't necessarily want to go full out rainbow eyeshadow, this is the tutorial for you. Okay, so you'll see that I've already have my whole complexion done. I really want the focus of this video to be the eyeshadow, so I went ahead and did everything else first, and all of these products will be listed down in the description box below. So to get started here, I'm just gonna talk through kind of the products that I'm planning to use. So I'm going in with the Juvia's Place Magic Mini palette. And one of the reasons that I really love this palette is because these three shades here can give me a really neutral look or a really neutral base. And then I can use a lot of these colorful shadows to get just like an insanely wide variety of different looks. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use, I'm gonna do Kessie and Nana together, which is kind of, Nana's like a warm brown. It's like, I'd say it's leaning into orange, but it's certainly not like the orangest shade that I've ever seen. It's more of like a very, very warm brown. Pulling that up a little onto my brow bone. Another thing that could work super well for this step is to just use your bronzer for the day. I frequently use my bronzer shade as my crease color when I'm doing colorful looks because it really helps to tie in what's going on your eyes with what's going on your face. And again, that makes color just that much more wearable. So I think I need a little bit more on this side to even it out. Okay, so step one done. I just put a nice wash of color through my crease. That's gonna help with blending later on. So it's just a good base color to already have done before you start building on a lot of color. So first and foremost, I want to deepen out my outer corner. And normally with a neutral palette, I would use like a dark brown for that. But in this palette, I think either of these two dark tones in the bottom corners are perfect for this. So I'm going to go with Ife today, which is kind of more of a deep purple. I am just going to lightly start sweeping this across my outer corner and then blending just a little into my crease. And don't worry if it's patchy at first. So I place it kind of where I want, and then I'm gonna start to blend using that same brush I had before for my crease color to really make those colors transition nicely together. As I'm blending, that purple gets diffused a little bit, making it a little less intimidating as an outer corner color. I'm just kind of going in, adding a little bit more color in some of these patchy areas. And then I'm gonna blend in again with this blending brush. The kind of patchiness here doesn't concern me because I'm gonna be putting a color across my whole lid. And so that will be, for the most part, covered up. So more so the patchiness in any of this outer corner area, that's what I care about here. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the purple on this side before we move on to the next step. All right, back with that purple on both sides. And I am going to go ahead and go into, again, my kind of mixture I had going with Kessie and Nana on this brush. I'm going to tap it off and just pinch that brush a little bit so that I can run that color underneath my lower lash line. This is helpful for me when I'm doing kind of deeper, colorful looks because it helps to kind of ground the top half of your eye look with the bottom half. Okay, and so since we've already got a good pop of color going on and I have one more color planned, I am gonna go in with, let me see, Baronu here, this really beautiful metallic neutral brown shade. And I'm gonna take that on my finger and I'm gonna apply this across my whole eyelid, and it's gonna overlap slightly with the purple in my outer corner. And now taking this same kind of blender brush that we've been using all along, I'm going to lightly, very, very lightly feather along that transition from the purple into that shimmer shade, just to make sure there's not like a harsh line. And if you are following along and you're looking at this and saying that is still way too much purple for my taste, don't forget that you have this nice shade, Kessie here, that you could easily dust over that purple to lighten it up a little bit, make it less deep and less intense. So I'm really happy with how this looks at this point. I would consider stopping. I think it's really, really fun, really beautiful. But this shade, Faso, calls my name every time I'm looking at this palette, as does this shade up here. I mean, like all of these shades do, but this shade Faso in particular, I really love. Just dipping into Faso, and I'm just gonna do a nice little pop on the inner corner here, blend it into that shimmer shade I've already got going on, and then blend down onto the lower lash line just super slightly. I do think that if you're uncomfortable with this purple and you'd prefer to have a dark blue, or sorry, a dark brown in the outer corner and have a fully, you know, just neutral eye, if you add just the littlest pop of color to your inner corner, I think it completely transforms a look from like something that looks very neutral every day to something that is like so fun and interesting to look at with very little, you know, effort, and also super not intimidating, right? Like, I mean, just have a little bit of color there is like no big deal. Okay, I'm gonna go apply mascara off camera and pick out a lip color, and I'll be back. So this is the final look with mascara and lips done. In my opinion, once there's mascara, this is an even more wearable look. I think it really distracts the eye a little bit more from the fact that there's purple shadow and you have to look pretty dang close to be able to notice that. This is one of my favorite types of makeup looks to wear and to put together because it really allows me to play with different colors and experiment with what looks good on my particular face and features. So I hope you enjoyed this as well. If you did, please consider commenting down below, liking this video, and subscribing to my channel. All of those actions really help me out here on YouTube. So thank you so much for watching today, and I will see you next time.